looking deep down the left side. Mendeville into the end zone. Touchdown!
Down the sideline, still Foley 20 to the house.
And the players streaming from the sideline to celebrate with 17 seconds left.
Hey everybody, and welcome to BVarsity Live for Thursday, October 11th. And yes, it is me, Trevor Horn. I'm sorry, I shaved the beard off yesterday. I don't like it, probably as much as you don't like it. So let's move on from that. We are brought here with our sponsorships, a Grapevine MSP and Motor City Buick at GMC. Later in the show, we're going to have Shafter head coach Gerald Perucci, as the Generals are on a bye week this week, heading into next week's big SSL matchup that likely will be two teams 8-0 and vying for the number one seed in D5 as they're at home against the Thunderbirds next week. We'll talk to the Generals here at the 2:10 break. We've also got a special video package for you of a big story coming up on Sunday. And, of course, we do week 9 of our high school football preview and predictions with Josh Bennett and Teddy Feinberg right around 2:30 in the second half of this show. We'll have highlights in just a second. Let's take a quick look at what's going on around the county really quickly in volleyball action. Liberty, Bakersfield Christian. We'll start off here with video of Liberty. They were at home last Thursday. On the road at Centennial. Elise Ferreira with the assist to Caitlin Tucker, and the point went to Liberty. And then Zoe Reichert to Cassidy Salcedo, and the Golden Hawks are on the board here early in this Southwest Yosemite League matchup. But the Liberty Patriots came away victorious. They are now 7-0 in league play, and at home against Stockdale tonight, with Garces beating BHS on Tuesday in straight sets. That allows Liberty to secure at least a share of the league championship tonight against Stockton, with Garces and BHS both at 5-2. In SCYL action on Thursday, Miramonte was on the road at East. The Lions, looking for the first league championship in school history. They trailed in the first set, but ended up winning this one against East. And Miramonte, at home tonight against South, has a chance to secure at least a share of the Southeast Yosemite League title. And this little girl right here, she stole the show on Thursday over at East. A lot of fun to watch her in between sets. But with East at 5-2 and Highland 4-3 in league play, Miramonte, still undefeated, can win at least a share tonight with a win. And if North beats East, then the Lions could be the outright SEYL champs with a week left. And also Chavez looking to clinch the SSL title tonight, and BCHS can clinch at least a share tonight with a win at Ridgeview in the SYL. We'll get into BCHS in just a second. We'll move now to football action from Friday night. Start off first, South hosting East in SEYL action. The Rebels get on the board first with a long field goal here. Makes it 3-0 here in the first quarter. But East would make a big comeback. Richard Lara with the touchdown pass to Michael Rodriguez. And the Blades are up 7-3 now in their first season in the SEYL East, trying to go 2-0 in this one. But here comes Joe Jones, 54-yard touchdown for the Rebels. And South would take a 10-7 lead here. But East rallies back. Brandon Austin with the touchdown run. This makes it 14-10. And East was victorious over South last week as the Blades improved to 2-0 in league play and looking to get another win this tomorrow night. We'll get into the preview and predictions of this week's action. Move to Liberty at Frontier. The Patriots, big score here on the first possession of the game. Hector Gonzalez swing pass to Sammy Stewart, 41 yards for the touchdown. That's the first of many scores for Liberty in this one. The Patriots actually secured another win earlier this week, when Mission Viejo had to forfeit their first 4 games of the season after playing an ineligible player, which means on paper Liberty is 6-1 while on the field at 5-2 because they lost to Mission Viejo in the first week of the season, 34-10 down in Orange County. Here, it's Hunter Riley with the long punt return, 60 yards, and the Patriots quickly up 14-0. And then there's Trent Tracy, the senior out of Frontier, gets the banner for his 170-pound state title in wrestling last year. He's looking to repeat this season, probably at 195 pounds. More football. Gonzalez to Ramon Henderson sets up this 1-yard touchdown run for Justin Holmes. And it is... No, that's Dylan Holmes. I'm sorry. God, I get those two brothers mixed up. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. Anthony Villanueva with a 3-yard run, and Liberty is blowing out Frontier in this one. Despite a lot of penalties against the Patriots, they kept the ball rolling and were able to score. And finally, on the final score of the game, here it is, Nathan Mariscal. The ball pops right into his waiting hands, and he trucks 65 yards down the field for the touchdown. Liberty victorious 38-0 over Frontier. The Patriots looking to go 3-0 this week in SWL action, and we'll get more into that in the preview and prediction segment in just a bit. And then finally, last football action to show you, BHS hosting Garces on Friday night. And the Rams, a team that went 1-4 in non-league play, they're up big here. It's not big, but they're up 10-0 here in the first quarter on BHS before Carl Jones, who was filling in at quarterback for Cameron Williams, a 7-yard touchdown run, makes it 10-8 BHS. And then Jones fires off to Isaiah Jernigan, gets down to the 1-yard line on that 27-yard pass, and that sets up a 1-yard touchdown run by Wesley Wilson, makes it 16-10 BHS at the half. Jones again drops back, finds Isaiah Jernigan one more time, and again he gets bumped out at the 1-yard line. No touchdown for Jernigan. Sets up another 1-yard score for Wesley Wilson. So Wesley's Isaiah's best friend this week, I would assume. So it's 22-10, and that was at the half. Garces cuts in the lead in the second half. Nick Tobias 4-yard run, 22-17 BHS lead, and the BHS responds. Another touchdown run by Carl Jones. Keontae Bell gets into it, and then Garces tries to get back into this game. Joseph Campbell drops back, finds Isaac Bowers. Watch this catch, ladies and gentlemen. Fantastic catch there at the 1. Next play, Campbell would run it in. They would cut the lead 36-26, but BHS would score the final 14 points, including this 80-yard touchdown return by Keontae Bell, who runs, hurdles, runs, cuts, moves, gets the ref out of his way, finally gets into the end zone. 80 yards, probably ran about 120 on that one, and BHS victorious 50-26. And finally on Tuesday night, volleyball action in the South Yosemite League, BCHS hosting Tehachapi. Top 2 teams in the SYL this season, BCHS undefeated, 75 consecutive wins in league play, which included a 69-game win streak in league play in the SSL. Now they were 7-0 going into this one, 6-0 going in this one. And we start action here in the third. BCHS up 2-0, but Tehachapi leads 20-15 on that kill by Abby Jaster. The Eagles responded, Juliana McGilvery with the ace. It's tied 22-22 in the third. Tehachapi gets a side out on the kill by Maddie Coda. And then finally, this bump here by Irie Sandholt for Tehachapi somehow gets over the net, lands inbounds, and the Warriors would take the third set 25-23 to cut the Eagles' lead to 2-1. But we move to the fourth when the Eagles roll. Cat Ball fans with the kill, too strong. And then here comes Ireland Calderwood, and BCHS would hold on for a 3-1 victory, and the Eagles now 7-0 in SYL play. And like I said earlier in the show, they're at Ridgeview tonight, and they can clinch at least a share. And if Tehachapi loses to Golden Valley, it would be an outright title for BCHS. So in volleyball action, when you think about it, there's 4 teams in all 4 of the leagues in Kern County tonight can secure at least a share or clinch the league title outright in all the Yosemite Division leagues and in the SSL. And then one last thing before we go to a break, up at the Clovis Invitational hosted by ASICS in cross country. Big day for Ridgeview boys cross country team. They finished 8th overall in the championship race. When you think about it, it was like an elite race in the state. And the Wolfpack finished 8th overall compared to all the other states, over 40 high. I think it was 500 high schools, and this race, it was 25 high schools, and they finished 8th. In terms of Division III teams, there was 2 other teams that were ranked higher than the Wolfpack going into this meet. The Wolfpack obliterated the competition, D3, and now are presumably the D3 favorites to win the state title this season, which would be a first state title for Kern County in some time. So that'd be pretty exciting news, with Alex Cuevas finishing 16th place to lead the Wolfpack with a time of 15:30, while Stockdale senior Marcus Moda finished in 9th place in a time of 15:22, which happens to be a personal record for Moda in the 5,000-meter race. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, Shafter football coming up. They got a big one next week on a bye. We're going to talk to them about how big that game is next week and how the season's going. We'll be right back. Hey everybody, this is Trevor Horn from BVarsity. Football season is back, and once again, we've got you covered, whether it's our print edition of the Bakersfield